Hello everyone, welcome to iExamB. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the biodata form that you have to fill for NABARD Grade A and Grade B interviews that are going to start from next week. So NABARD has informed that the interviews will start from 28th of February 2022 onwards, and they will go on till almost the end of March. These will be held through video conferencing at NABARD offices. In January, NABARD had come out with the notification for your choice of NABARD office from the given list, and you must have chosen that. So you have to go to that particular NABARD office, and there through a video conference your interview will be held. Before this, you have to download your interview call letter and fill up a biodata form online. Many of you would have already done this. The last day 22nd of February. So in case you have still not done it, some points that you can keep into mind. It's approximately 3-page details form that has to be given. A lot of it is factual information related to yourself, your role and the position that you have applied for, like the roll number, the position that you applied for, the discipline from which you have applied it for, your name, your father's or husband's name, their occupation, your category, nationality. So all this is the factual information that you have to give on page 1, including your education, the languages that you know. Your education would be class 10, 12, graduation and your post-graduation if any. The other second page onwards, the information that they have asked is about the various prizes and scholarships that you may have attained, for which you should have a documentary proof. Again, extracurricular activities you've participated in, whether in sports or in other activities. Then any other special qualifications or training that you might have done, or experiences that you may have in the banking related sector, and any other information that you want to share. So these are the points that you should keep in mind, that you fill in after due consideration and thought. Don't try to over impress by giving in too much details or any detail about which you will not be able to carry on a conversation in the interview. So your biodata form is actually the first impression about yourself to the panel, to the board of the interview. So fill all that, give a thought to what you are putting in. Put everything that you can talk about, or anything if you have already filled, please prepare yourself that you should be able to talk about those interests, those scholarships, medals, activities that you've participated in and you have written about it. This should not be a bulky thing to impress the panel. Then about any work experience that you may have. Again, this is factual information related to your post and the duties that you have done in that particular job, and the reason for leaving has to be mentioned. Again, keep it generic about the reason for leaving here. After that, again, there is a lot of factual information related to your residential history and about your family or father, and your any particular references that you can give. So important part is this, because here sometimes in order to impress, we tend to give information about which we are not able to talk in the interview. So this is what you should keep in mind. If we talk about the interview weightage, the interview weightage is 20%, both for grade A and for grade B. For grade A, actually the marks are 50. However, the written paper was for 200 marks. There were two papers of 100 and 100 marks each. So based on that, it is a 20% weightage. There are around 148 vacancies for the grade A level, and for Rajbhasha 5 vacancies, against which 445 students have been called for the interview. So this was mentioned in the notification also, that approximately 1:3 ratio they will call. So that is what they have called. In Rajbhasha, the candidates which have been called for interview is quite near the actual vacancies. However, please, the students who are appearing for Rajbhasha, don't take it for granted that your selection is guaranteed. Many a time, if the candidate is not suitable, the vacancies go unfilled also, and this has happened in many organizations where the actual vacancies have not been filled if the candidates are not not found to be suitable for the post. So don't take it lightly that there are less people called so you automatically get selected. That is not the case. Similarly, for grade B also the weightage is 20% only. However, the absolute marks are 75. Again, the written exam was of 300 marks. There were 3 papers of 100 marks each. So on a percentage basis, it is still a 20% weightage in your overall selection. So interview has a good amount of weightage. There are 7 vacancies for which 20 candidates have been called. So again, approximately 1:3 ratio, the interview candidates have been called for interview this year. So what do you need to know and prepare about interview? I'm sure you all have already been preparing from the last 2 months after the results came out for the mains exam. But what we have to keep in mind is that interview is primarily a test of your personality and to check how suitable you are for the organization. So they are judging you for your attitude towards work, your life, people in general, how is your personality in general, and to judge whether you are a right fit for the organization or not. Sometimes you may be brilliant, however may not still be a right fit for the organization. So that is what the interview is looking at, and they are seeing whether you have a thinking mind and ability to learn and willingness to learn is there or not. What interview is not testing is your rote knowledge. Of course they are testing your intelligence in terms of whether you are able to converse, are you well read, are you well aware, and do you have an inclination to keep learning. But they are not testing your rote knowledge there. Okay, that a lot of your knowledge has actually been tested in your written exam. It is not a way to just sometimes we are buttering and just talking good about the organization or talking some very in a way to impress. So that is not what they are looking to hear. They really want to know you as a candidate, as an individual, as a suitable person, employee for the organization, and they're not looking for you to be 100% right. So it's absolutely okay to not know certain things and pass and say I do not know the answer for a technical question or that has been posed to you. It is very important. So as I said, it is a 20% weightage in your overall selection, and it can make or break your chances of selection. Why? Because unlike a written exam, there are no set pattern of questions or a syllabus that is there for the interview. It can start from anywhere depending on your profile, your work experience, your education background, your current affairs. It can go in any direction. So the advantage of that is that actually you can lead the interview also, right? So usually the areas which the questions are revolving around are from your profile itself, and it can from your profile also lead to topics which technically are suitable to you. So questions vary from individual or candidate to candidate, and as I said, you can drive your own interview if you think ahead, plan ahead, practice ahead, and think of all the possible questions that come out from your profile. So the key to cracking interviews is, first of all, knowing yourself. This is an underestimated area of preparation for any interview, which many candidates miss out, thinking that this is the simplest and talking about oneself may be easy. However, talking about oneself is the most difficult if you've not given it a thought. So prepare about yourself. Simple HR questions like what your strengths are, weaknesses are, why you want to be in NABARD, why you are suitable to be in NABARD, and what are your achievements. So you should be able to, where you see yourself a few years down the line, what's your goal, what's your career goal, what's your motivation to come to NABARD. Questions like these you should think about and practice, not just think but actually speak aloud. The organization you are wanting to be with, NABARD, definitely know everything about it. Visit their website. A lot of information is available on their website, which will help you know about NABARD, its development projects, its role in rural development and agriculture development. So know about all these things. Be generally aware what is happening around you. So read a newspaper, even read editorials to know opinions of different people, or about what are the pros, what are the cons of a particular news or controversy, or a topic which is being debated about. And please do not fake. As I said, even in your form, don't try to fill those columns as to impress, but they should be genuine, they should be correct, so that you are able to talk about them. Don't try to fake there. The panelists, the panel members have more experience than your age, and they can sense it. Even if they don't say anything, they know it when you are faking it. So don't try to do that. It only kills your chances of selection if you are trying to fake anything in the interview. And of course, never the least, never forget to practice. Don't underestimate the power of practicing and speaking aloud in front of the mirror, or recording your own self. To know how you are speaking and how confident and nervous you look when you are the panel, and especially through a VC. Many a times talking through VC make some people uncomfortable, so please practice doing that also. At iExamB, we have special panel for NABARD for all the streams, whether it is general stream, agriculture, agriculture engineering, animal husbandry, fisheries, forestry, plantation, horticulture, land development, or water resources. We have special panel members, including Professor Birendra Kumar, who is an expert in agriculture academics. He has been Dean of the College of Agriculture, Agribusiness Management and Agriculture Communications, an expert in agriculture and communications. He has been on the panel and guiding so many students from the last few months who have been preparing for NABARD interviews. Of course, in addition to Viren sir, we continue to have with us Mr. C.P. Mohan, who is ex-CGM NABARD, Mr. Chandra Prakash Joshi, a PhD in agriculture, and Mr. Kailash Tewari, an ex-AFO from Union Bank and a special faculty for agriculture, and he himself has done BSc in agriculture honors and MSc in genetic and plant breeding. For other streams also, in addition to Dr. Kumar, C.P. Mohan sir, C.P. Joshi sir, and Kailash sir, we have other panel members for covering other streams like finance, computer, IT, and Rajbhasha. So we have special panels for all the streams guidance, and the interviews are going on in full swing from the month of January itself. After the results came out, we have conducted more than 100 already, and a lot are already in the pipeline. So there are limited seats if you want to avail and practice and give a mock interview with our experienced panel member. Here is a glimpse of some of the candidates who have given their experience and shared their happiness after the mock interviews that were conducted. We keep getting these emails on an daily basis, through our app, through emails on a daily basis, whether it is grade A or grade B or any stream, whether it's finance, whether it's fisheries, whether it's general, whether it's agriculture. All the streams, as I said, are covered. iExamB has a lot of experience in conducting interviews. We've conducted interviews for RBI Grade B, NABARD, SEBI, PFRD, NPS Trust, SBI, PO, IBPS, PO, NICL, and EPFO. Interviews are also ongoing at iExamB. This is the result for last year, where we had 34 selections in SEBI Grade A, 116 from RBI General, 6 from DEPR, 2 from DISIM, DSIM, RBI, and 1 from RBI Legal. And this list is just indicative. It keeps adding. This is only for last year. Before this year also, we had a lot of selections given, and this is based on the genuine guidance that is given as per the candidate. There is no one size fits all approach that the panel member follows. It is very customized and too specific to the candidate, and we have the highest selection rate, as I already mentioned. You can see from this image. So that is all from my side today. Don't forget to subscribe, and in case you need any guidance for your interviews at NABARD, you can always reach out on this email ID or phone number. All the best to all of you.